afternoon, everybody. We are here for the final of the 2016
30.
I'm practically
40.
eating it, Clive. We have here at the service end Julian Snow playing alongside Penny Lumley for the aptly named RMTC Complainers. At the other end, we have Derek Wells and Malcolm Thorpe, first-time finalists, playing for the wandering team called the Brigands. It's a fantastic effort by both sides. It's the culmination of over 2 weeks of tennis. 30 teams have been playing. These are the two who have qualified for the final. And there we just saw a Julian Snow signature backhand down the line.
30-30.
And they've taken the first game. You should understand that this is handicap doubles. This is handicap doubles at its best. The handicap being played is that Derek and Malcolm are receiving 30 every game. Penny and Julian are owing 30. They are banned the tambour, restricted to one serve, and all chases have to be 3 and 4 or better.
That's a tough handicap, Owen.
It's a fantastically tough handicap. And joining me in the commentary booth is Fred Kinnemouth.
Yeah, g'day, Owen. It's really looking forward to this final. Both teams have played extremely well to get here. The Complainers had a really tough battle the other day, coming right down to the wire, just squeezed across the line by one game. And we've had the Brigands just actually looking very strong all the way through, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, look, the Complainers I think have probably been everyone's #1 seed, but in handicap tennis anything can happen, and they've had at least one near-death experience. And there you have it. 2 shots, and now it's 1-all.
It can happen that quickly, Owen, can't it? A game could just go like that off this handicap.
Yes, one mistake from Snow, followed by a main wall dead-on from Malcolm, and it's 1-all.
Owen, did you say a mistake from Snow?
I certainly did. And there you go. And there's another dead-on shot.
Oh, Julian shaking his head, hanging it. Oh, that hurts.
30.
Not reading those, Julian would be bitterly disappointed. He won't be putting those on the highlight reel, will he?
No, but our protection team might well be.
15-40.
No, we've had some really good teams in this year's Boomerang, but I'm afraid they're all gone now, one way or another. We've had the Flamin Gouloir, the French team, but they did not make it past the semi-finals.
15-40.
Taken out by the Brigands.
Taken out by the Brigands indeed.
That was in a two sets all on the way here. But one on games, probably they needed to win. They needed to win 8-0 in order to win, and 8-1 a draw. Sorry, 8-1. Yeah, so they ended up just getting through. Quite. It was a 7-all final rubber, but they won that. So well done to the French. Great to see the French here for the first time.
French first time, and they've done phenomenally well. Thierry Bertrand on tambour has picked a sensational
15-40. Second gallery's 3 and 4
in the semi-finals, and in the other semi-final, the all-girls team called RMTC #awesome. They also lost in the semi-finals, but a great effort from them to go all the way to the final day.
Yeah, crowd favourites, the #awesome. Who was in that team, Owen?
Captained by Julia McKay. She had playing with her Olivia Carr.
Who both of them just won the B pool.
The B division handicap doubles. That's right. Now who was it? Josie
Love
Tan,
40.
I think, was in the side. Kate Owens and
Lizzie,
and the one and only Lizzie Brown.
Crowd favourites, no doubt. They certainly had a packed audience, and when we're commentating the top court match, we've got 2 courts here at Royal Melbourne Tennis Club. On the North Court, we had the other final happening at the same time, and as soon as they exited from the bottom after the girls had won, it was just, couldn't hear ourselves up here. They were so noisy.
That's right, and in the A division handicap doubles final,
2 games to 1.
Orange
2-1.
affair. Paul and
30-30.
Saskia Bollerman proving victorious over Andre Driesen, who was also a member of the Orange team, playing alongside James Pittaway. All of them have had good tournaments.
All right, so 2-1 to the Brigands. They're off to a good start here. Julian making a couple of uncharacteristic errors, but some good serving.
Confidence booster for them, showing themselves that they can do this. But now they've got to work out a way to get that sort of ball back.
15-30.
And of course, the galleries are taken out of play for Penny and Julian. That's why Julian has to be hitting them better than 3 and 4.
Everything has to be 3 and 4 or better, and that one was not.
Just worse than 4. We've got a great bird's eye view from the top camera here at Royal Melbourne Tennis Club.
But equally importantly, it was well left by Malcolm. It's one of the systematic errors you can get in these sort of games, is despite the better players perhaps not occasionally making the chase, the other players don't realise and they hit it.
Out of court.
But I think these two
Love
might
40.
be onto it.
Fault.
Malcolm throwing up a sidewall serve there that didn't quite take the penthouse. And a very nervous looking bobble. Very nervous, but it got over. Oh, Derek. Great shot, Derek.
Ooh.
And a stroke.
Oh, Julian.
Game. 3 games to 1.
Wow.
That's
early days, but
30.
the Brigands are certainly showing they understand how to play this game. They're being confident and aggressive.
I don't think Julian could have got down any lower to watch that ball just fall short of the line.
Very small, I guess you'd call it a mental error. Slight misjudgment, but it was a good shot from Derek.
Fault.
That's been one of the characteristics of the Brigands on the way through. They have been getting a lot of ball back. And at reasonable length and pace, they're not overhitting it. They're just getting a lot of ball back.
And there we
40,
go.
30.
Pressure of the moment. Even the great Julian Snow puts a return of serve into the net.
James Gould, if you're listening out there watching this, it's a
might be
which is certainly sitting in the dead-ons here and watching it. A lot of pressure is going to come back on you, James, if Julian keeps his form going.
15, 40.
Although I must admit, you don't see Julian stay, off the pace for very long.
Look, it's just
that's great serving.
Oh, he's going to get lucky here.
Oh. Julian got out of jail
Love
there.
40.
Certainly did. Certainly did. Off the penthouse, dropping down at about 1.5 yards.
That's kind of an H division shot. H division, another one of the RMTC teams that was playing here earlier.
Yes, a bunch of lifers managed to make it into the tournament.
Hazard chase.
Absolutely.
1 and
For
2.
those of you who might know,
Love
H division was an infamous cell block at Pentridge Prison, long since closed, but held some of Melbourne's most notorious criminals, and it's only in recent times we've allowed a few of them into the club.
Magnificent, Owen. I think they probably I think they probably go down as having one of the best shirts for the tournament.
Definitely. Michael Hurley's the ringleader of that gang, and a fierce criminal he is.
Well, and they did pretty well. They made it through to the
40 receivers.
The protocol.
They had a good
Hazard
tournament.
chase.
They had a very good
1
tournament.
and 2. Hazard.
Yeah,
Nice
lovely
shot there from Julian. And he won the serve back.
15, 40.
I see. Yeah.
So very important for these low handicappers to be up the service end. Yeah, great shot.
Again, yeah.
30, 40.
You'll see Julian always hitting across into Derek's corner.
Yep. He'll fade it across, take the tambour out of play. He'll also make it awkward for them on length.
There we go. We'll just keep penetrating there. So Derek, if he's playing in that corner, will just know it's going to be coming there one way or the other. Through a post like that, or
40
if he's got enough
all,
room, he'll
advantage
slide
all.
it down there. You'll see Penny crouching very close to the to the floor below net line, so that Julian will play the ball literally over her back on many occasions.
Game.
Going to have to do more than that, Derek.
Julian's back in the hunt again.
2 games to 3,
Yeah.
2-3.
Missed opportunity
30,
there for the
30.
Brigands. They had wonderful opportunity to go 4-1 up, but they now find themselves stuck at the receiving end. You've got to do it one. No, Derek. That's
Big,
took one for the
15,
team there,
30.
Derek.
yeah, big groan from the crowd. Everyone who plays this game knows that those balls hurt. Nasty.
He's got a solid egg on the top of his shoulders, though, does Derek Wells.
I think it might have a mark on it now, though. On
0-15-30.
a little bit of bruising. No, it looks pretty comfortable. No harm done there. Out of court.
Love 30.
Penny serving really nicely here, favouring
She's
the bubble.
tying them up. That one's a bit deep. Now Malcolm. That's a good shot, but you have to keep doing it.
Better judgment by Julian then.
Constant pressure.
15-30.
There's more opportunity, don't you think, for those serves, if they go a little long for them, to passing them straight down to Penny. Get Penny into the plate.
They've just got to get into that gallery. They've certainly got to try and take Julian out of the equation, but easier said than done.
Malcolm enjoying his little rest here with
They could get
with
a ball,
Julian.
if they could get a ball not to go on the penthouse.
Unfortunately,
Out of court, finally.
Great rest. Although chances are, it's like
30 all.
playing a brick wall, isn't it? When you're playing Julian, they're just going to keep coming back.
30
and
all.
every ball will just be that bit better than the last one.
Mm-hmm.
Great effort by Malcolm, though.
Hits a continually heavy ball.
What do you heavy on?
Well, if you're out there, you'll just, all the balls that hit by Julian, they have some weight on them. That is a fantastic shot there by Malcolm.
Over, chase a yard.
Chase a yard, no less. Look,
30 all.
Julian, you notice the difference.
One chase,
between,
over.
With that shot accepted, I might add. When Malcolm and Derek hit the ball, they're on the back foot, it goes up in the air, it might land on the floor, but it's going relatively slowly. When Julian hits a ball, he's on the front foot, even the third, the fourth, fifth points of the rally. He's on that front foot, so the ball still has that penetration, and it just means that the opposition are under continuous pressure as they get forced further and further back. It's really, really difficult, and it's why the opposition makes so many errors, because the quality of ball that they're facing is so much tougher.
And that was a great example.
30 all, chase a yard.
Malcolm got it right that time.
Yeah,
he was on the front foot and he middled it, and look what happens.
And he used the pace of Julian's ball, didn't he?
Yeah.
All he blocked it back
It's a
beautifully.
fantastic shot. Not such a fantastic serve, but
Oh, Penny's missed
good
that
enough.
one.
Lost the chase, 40-30.
40-30, a chance here for the Brigands. 2 chances to win this game. Oh, just took the penthouse. Oh, he's got it! Oh, and the cry of anguish there from Snow.
Derek beaming after
Gaining
that
4
shot.
games to
Can't
2.
quite make out what he's saying here, but I
30.
don't think it was well played, Derek.
I think you're quite right there. We'll put that onto lip cam, shall we? Oh, bottom of the net. Great serve by Derek. 2 great points. in a row.
40-30.
Oh, this is penetrating.
It might have been something more like Bucky lasted. But oh, that's an interesting attempt.
Court.
I like the endeavour.
0-15-40.
That is a definite. I've done that myself playing Julian Snow in handicap, and you go up and you try and cut off his return of serve, and you're meant to drive it as hard as you can at the grill. Not sure if Malcolm's quite up to that though.
I think Malcolm was using his sand wedge as opposed to
Chase 3 and
the
4.
driver on that occasion. Just
0-15-40.
getting a little bit too much loft.
Over.
All right, they lose the serve here. A couple of great points in a row by Derek. That was terrific. One brought up a game, and
Oh,
then,
it did. It was,
then
that
it
was
was game point.
probably
All
against the
just like
rhythm
that.
of play in the moment. You thought that the Lumley-Snow combination were about to level at 3-all, but one little slip up, and then in a good shot from Derek, and bang, it's game, and it's 4-2.
0-15-40. Chase 3 and 4.
And they've got more chances here now to go to 5-2. With that, they've lost the serve, so it's that much harder. Ooh.
Lost the chase, fell
Snow
4.
finally leaving one. I think he might have been able to leave one or two earlier than that, but he certainly judged that final one
Love
correctly.
40.
Love 40 it is.
Jonathan Howell marking the match. Doing a nice job there.
That's the shot.
Second gallery,
Derek
3
Wells
and
has
4.
popped it into the second, and if they do that continually in this match, that will be the secret to winning.
Yep, it'll be all over. It's going to put Penny under pressure.
Well, not only that, remember that is now chase 3 and 4.
Yep, that's a great spot to be hitting. They've been serving pretty consistently to reduce that option, but on that occasion...
It's not easy to do.
Yeah.
I mean, but then if I had to... Julian will serve the way Julian serves, but it does actually lend itself to someone popping it into the gallery. It's a sidewall which will spin out, so if the opposition can read it, they should be able to have a go at those galleries.
Yeah,
40 love with the servers. The chase is 3 and 4. Second gallery, 3 and 4.
Yes, a slight adjustment of the body to make sure that shot's in play, isn't it?
And we've got to remember Julian's serve is better than the average sidewall. It's got a lot of work on it.
There's Julian going.
Oh, that's the... Malcolm fell for it.
Yep.
15-40.
The moment he let that go, it was point over. He's not used to facing the sort of work that Julian puts on the ball. That is a good serve. Now he might be able to leave it. Oh, Derek, very brave.
Paid the price in the end.
Yep, they hit it to Julian.
30-40.
I was landing
Would have
around that
would have
3 and
just got,
4. Yeah,
would have
just
just got
there.
there.
Yeah.
It was very. We can see from up here. It was around
About
3
worse.
yards.
Yeah, around 3. Worse than
Wedged
3.
against the wall, but the real mistake was when Derek guided it to Julian.
Stroke.
Protected the chase.
40 all,
again.
advantage
40
all.
Massive point.
Okay, they're probably going to pick
That
up
all
that
let
ball.
you- This is one of those ones you expect the opposition to win it, but it'll be a real heartbreaker if the Brigands can pinch this point. Bobble, bit short. Oh, but that is deep. Malcolm's got it, dug another one, but the noose tightens. Yes.
Chase
Julian
Western
goes
2,
straight
advantage all.
Julian shaking his head. He's thinking, gee, I had to have 3 shots of that. You'd like to have only one. Just put it in there, keep these guys
Key
under
is though,
pressure.
advantage all, and they've now taken the serve back. I mean, they can turn this match around faster than you think. It's really about holding on to the serve.
Yeah, a bit of cat and mouse going on now. It's quite evenly poised in terms of just the way it's being played, although you'd have to say the Brigands will be pretty happy being a couple of games ahead at this point.
Well, they know what they're attempting to do.
Yeah, they've got a strategy, which is the first thing you have to do going out this type of competition.
Advantage all. The chase is worse than 2. Worse than 2.
Good short serve there from Snow, and Derek
Again.
hasn't got a clue about that one.
3 games to 4. 3-4,
Okay.
30-30.
Back
Evenly poised, really, you'd say, with this crew here at the service end. They're not going to be too worried.
0-15-30.
Penny's doing her job out there, isn't she? Serving well, not having to face too many balls.
Indeed. Oh, that was going in according to Snow. That one's not. Will it do something nasty?
Good idea trying to go for the gallery.
Got to get that down. So that's a 2 weak, that shot. Yeah. Little weakness of these slightly older gentlemen is that balls below
30.
the knees are tougher to get.
Well, they've had plenty of tennis on the way through,
15-30.
and they've been playing some pretty good tennis and improving all the way. They're getting used to the bouncy Melbourne court.
He's got to be thinking galleries. That's the spot. Gee, there's a good shot by Penny there. Very well defended. Whoa!
Bad bounce,
Chase 3 and 4.
and the change of ends
Over.
again.
15-30.
15-30 and a change of ends, because of course they're changing ends now on any chase. part of the handicap.
Julian's gone on walkabout here. He's shaking his head, trying to get his head around these things. He hates a bad bounce.
Yes, the weight of the world is upon him.
You'd be admiring the Brigands, I think, for they have come out with a bit of a plan. They're given very little opportunity to execute it, but when they do, they're putting the balls in the right spots. The odd bounce, you're going to expect that.
You feel they may have, perhaps I'm being pessimistic, you feel
15-30.
They may have fired their best
with the
shots
service,
already, but we'll
chase
see.
3 and 4.
Too deep. Oh, that was good aggressive play by Derek, but now, fortunately, put on the penthouse, and you've got to make another shot, Derek.
And you'll see that
30 all.
You'll see the switch that Julian and Penny do up the other end if viewers just want to watch that.
Snow has done that with all his partners over the years in handicap tennis.
So you'll see Penny drift across under the grill, and Julian will virtually play singles.
No, well, it's not bad. Good shot.
Hazard the first.
Actually,
So has the first gallery.
Servers have just given up the serve. Overcooked the forehand there. Penny dropped. Oh, good get from Malcolm. Penny dropped it on the Lumley spot there, which has been doing that for years in singles tennis and within the World Championship. I've seen her guide that ball down onto the backhand many times. She just did again.
Yeah, she's fully concentrating out there, isn't she, Penny?
Oh, yeah, she has a role to play, and she's not going to deviate from that. She's going to serve well, return well, occasionally protect those galleries, and otherwise keep out of the way.
So effectively this match so far, the set for Penny has been, she's sitting at 100% as far as Julian's concerned.
I think that's
probably everything right.
Hazard chase, the first gallery, hazard.
Yeah, but a good leave in the end ultimately, instead of an error.
Dragged that one down.
40-30, chase 2.
Yeah,
And now they're in trouble.
Malcolm's just trying to drag that one a bit more into centre court where he's got more opportunity. Just put it down around Penny's backhand would be probably the better option.
Game.
Yep. You can feel that noose coming around them now. They don't
This
quite
match
know what to
stands
do.
at 4 games all, 4 all. 30 or 30.
You feel it, you can just see that pressure. They're going, oh, we don't know where to hit it.
We'll try not hitting, but Julian will do the start.
Exactly.
Yeah, they must bring Penny into the play.
15-30.
A few drop shots down there would be effective.
Yeah, make him run. You'll probably get them still.
That is, so they'd continue. If they keep doing that, they've just lost. As a chase.
Hazard the second gallery.
Lucky
over.
you missed it, Derek.
Well left, Derek.
For some reason, Wells thinking you needed to protect Hazard the second.
Yeah, he probably had a plan there somewhere. Not quite sure what it was. Yeah, there's a lot going on in your mind out there when you're on the court under this pressure, 4 all. But they're up the service end.
15-30. Hazard the second and 3 and 4. You have to. You have to beat the hazard. They have to beat 3 and 4.
Oh, good lord.
All right. What can Derek put down to Julian on his serve? He's gone for the bobble.
Another too short.
Yeah, great length.
Love 30.
Just seeing Malcolm move up to about
Love
6
30.
yards there. That's not a bad idea to actually put
Love
some
30.
pressure
You've
on
still
Julian.
you've still got to encourage Julian to hit the ball in the air, though. And these serving, that serve wasn't good enough. That's a better serve.
There you
So
go.
that one would have been better to
spot.
move up to that one rather than the one before. Ah, dear.
Bit of a swing.
15
Feels like
30.
the wheels are falling off here from the Brigands.
And they've still got the serve.
It's an interesting serve and a
Good
good
serve.
one. Now can they make the most of it?
Oh, where's this going to
They'll be
land?
leaving.
Oh, this is good too.
Derek.
Bad luck.
Well
30
played by
all.
Malcolm there, but just
Yeah.
needed a little bit more stick on the ball.
Yeah, great work by Malcolm. He's actually had a great set so far. His retrieving's been pretty good.
Fault.
They just lack kill shots at this level.
Lovely serving.
40-30.
though. I mean, that's a pretty good serve putting down to Julian.
That's a shot, Derek. Well done.
Well
That's
done.
all they need. Well, it's not all they need. They need one more.
40 all, advantage
40
all.
all. The chances of them winning 2 points in a row.
Time.
But forcing Penny into the point there, which was
Hopefully,
terrific.
Perhaps they'll learn from that. Yeah. Not to mention that serves. Yes. Needs to
That's
cut
better by
down.
Penny.
Yes, too hard. Can't do it.
That's a pretty good point
Chase Western 2,
Oh,
advantage
chase.
all.
because we've got a chase there. They win the serve back, and that's where Julian and Penny will
Straight
want to be.
into the complainers' hands. They'd be almost better off having got a nick on that and losing the game and keeping the serve.
Oh, the old famous pink hanky comes out.
Yes, I think it suited Steve Waugh a little more. Bringing that out as you face the might of the
40
West
all
Indian bowlers
advantage all.
seems a little more.
Chase 2.
Facing the might of the Brigands. Bring it on, Brigands. Two good shots by Derek there, forcing Julian to play.
Oh no, he's hit one of those though. You can't hit up and under and win this game.
Yeah,
Game.
not enough there. Good attempt there by the Brigands, but now they're stuck
Service
down the
lead
receiver's
5
end.
games to 4. 5-4, 0-30-30.
Complainers.
5-4 to the complainers. And that's
40-0-30.
And that's why they're called the complainers, because Julian will be complaining about what did I do then. Although, of course, Penny's staying very quiet.
0-15-40.
Not game to even look at Julian in those circumstances.
A somewhat fortuitous bounce there. Snow bounces a ball into the winning gallery.
40.
No apologies there by Julian. He's quite happy to take that in this circumstance. You don't see that very
Malcolm
often.
is not really reading this well. He's just rolling them back. Up on the penthouse. Going to need a bit of luck here. Not going to get it. He's not going to get that either. No.
Hard spot to score.
However, had he managed to flick that over short, that would have been the shot.
Pretty handy little drop.
15-40.
Malcolm, you need to be looking at those galleries. Not the penthouse.
Well played, Julian Snow. Good effort by the Brigands there. Both boys giving a red hot go down the other end.
Yes,
30,
they're getting a lot of
40.
rackets on the ball, but they're not doing enough with it.
That 8 strikes and that rest from the other end.
I don't think
Good
that
effort.
suits them, Fred.
No, you're not going to beat Julian if you keep playing a rest with him.
One last chance to get this
40
game.
all, advantage all.
All right, look at those galleries, fellas.
No. No, no.
The bounce.
Oh, it hit that. Well, there you have
Well,
it.
Game.
a bit of a fist
There
pump.
you have it. I don't know if the camera showed that, but Julian
5
forced to
games all.
defend a floating ball towards the dead on. debating
5 all.
whether it was going in, but he shot it up in the
30,
air and it's hit the 4th lamp on the left.
I think that was going in. He had to play it, and unfortunately, that quick decision to play or not forced him to go high.
He just couldn't take the pace off us. No.
Yep.
Now perhaps Derek thinks perhaps there's something in that. He says, I'm going to go high again.
Could this be the new way home?
0-15-30.
Penthouse tennis.
Yes. Don't be fooled, Derek.
Can they get another bounce? No, not lucky.
Now that would have been the shot,
the
Derek,
drop
if you
shot.
made it. Yes.
Love 30.
He's moving to the right spots. He knows that Julian's going to be going down that way. It's going to make Julian think whether he goes down centre court or under the winning
He was
gallery.
in a good spot, but he didn't get on the front foot. And now he's got a wild
15-30.
swing there.
All.
Yeah, so Julian's favouring the side ball serve.
Well, not
Pretty
surprising, Fred, considering that's the only serve he's done in the last 30 years in the game.
40-30.
Well, that is his favourite serve, that is for sure. And particularly when he's only got one. He's going to keep on going there all the time. And Penny's just pretty much favouring her
There's an
that's
aggressive
great
shot,
ball.
and
Chase
it worked.
Western 2.
And he's connected.
nice ball.
Gives the Brigands a little chance
40-30.
there.
Receivers will lead. Western 2. We might pick up the balls,
I
please,
couldn't quite
gentlemen.
hear the serve, the score then. Chase was 1 and 2, and the point score was something 30.
So I've got a bit of a pick up of balls here. Gives us a moment. They'll probably do a bit of a wipe down the Brigands. Working pretty hard out there.
Julian says, I can't believe this. He's smiling, which is rare in itself. He did do the quick 3 metre walk away from Derek Wells, though, saying, I can't believe we're having this discussion at the net.
Yeah, that's right. And I love Malcolm there. He has his favoured headband, sporting that, as he has all tournament.
Yes, Malcolm Thorpe, the so-called leader of the Brigands, but not the captain. Derek Wells is their captain for the fortnight. And right now, you'd have to say he's been doing a pretty good job.
So this is
I
their
didn't know this. I learned something this fortnight about Derek. He's a betting man. He came to me just over a week ago wanting to take a bet on young Ed Hamer and Tim Manby-Brown that they would take out the B division in the handicap doubles.
40-30.
Almost
To the
demanded that I gave him
receivers, the
odds.
chase is Western 2.
Well, they had
Western
lost
2.
their first set, hadn't they? Their first match.
I don't think so
at
at
that
that
point?
stage. No, Derek thought they were a dead cert, and needless to say, I thought I'd better give him a market. And I'm very happy to say that
What
as a
did you
result,
give
Lost to Chase.
I ended up giving him 5 to 1, but I started off at 4.5 to 1 to win the event. There are 17 teams in the draw for those
40
who are
all,
listening.
advantage all.
He said, come on, what about 8 to 1? And I said, that's a bit rough. That's like 50-50, and you've just told me they're the favourites. So we settled on 5 to 1, and I'm very happy to see them therefore lose the final just earlier today. So Derek Wells, you owe me $20.
Still in this point. Oh, bad luck. Advantage all, so
The
lose the game.
receivers,
I think he'd pay $20 if he
6
could have
games
that
to
volley again.
5.
6
30
games
over
to
30.
5 to the other end.
Complainers in
RMTC
front.
complainers. 6 games to 5.
Nice ball by Penny.
Another ball on the penthouse, though.
Hazard.
Left for a hazard.
1 and 2.
Complainers say thank you very much.
So they've got a hazard chase there, but they only need 1 chase. So a hazard chase doesn't come into play for the single chase. Change.
And there we have it.
40-30. Hazard chase 1 and 2.
That's
Penny Lumley gets them to the service end, but probably not in the way she intended.
Yeah, a little shake of the head by Penny. Well, that's her only blot on the copybook today. She's played very nicely so far this set, doing her role superbly. Well, Julian would still like to be down the service end, but prefer to be at 30.
40-30. The receivers lead. Hazard, chase, 1 and 2. Hazard.
Hazard 1 and 2. Will they go for the galleries and put Penny under pressure again?
Well, we hope so. As a chase. Well, they've taken the... that
that's
gets
good.
over. Penny plays an excellent shot. Derek didn't quite get it.
Well done, Penny. Lovely.
Yes, takes a deep breath there.
0-15,
Just done her
40.
job by playing a very nice defensive volley.
She didn't have much room to move either. Just
No,
make
could
it over
easily
the
put
net.
that into the net. Oh, if Julian takes the tambour out of play, just squeezes it
40.
against the main wall. It's love 40 now. You want to be leaving that one, but it's over.
Well picked up with Julian. A terrific ball.
Still haven't had a call
Well,
yet,
Malcolm.
but
And chase 3 and 4.
Well done, Jonas. You're still with us.
yes.
Excellent.
John is, I think, negotiating the outcome.
Jonas, one of our favourite pros down here at RMTC.
Certainly is.
You'll be...
We're just never quite sure where his specs are.
I think there's a draw for
Love
them
40.
down there.
Hazard, chase, better than the first, 3 and 4.
Got to get that back, but they didn't. Derek should have been taking a
15-40.
hazard chase. Into those galleries would have been the shot.
Take it out of play. It's the first thing they have to be thinking about, isn't it?
And that's a better serve, yes, but very well played by Penny. But no, it
Bad
isn't.
luck,
She lost
no.
it. Into the last
16
gallery, that's the
all.
game. Or it's not.
30-30.
It is, I think it's 6 all.
6 all.
Waiting for John's call. Yep, bad luck, Penny. There's just a couple of
It
little
was a good
mishits
serve.
in
It
the
was
last,
a good
last two
serve.
games
It
here.
was
So
into the right spot. This is not too bad either, Derek. Well played. Yes. Now
step into it.
that's a good shot. If it goes low, has a chase. Stands
Hazard
to shame.
yard.
Yeah, Julian will be happy for that.
Yes, they will.
6 all. He'll be looking for the venture up to this
Fault.
end as quickly as he can.
Shouldn't. Ooh, I don't know if that one would have made it. Maybe it would.
0-15,
Touch and
30.
go.
Well, that's the risk, isn't it, when you're standing up the 6-yard line to cut off, make Julian think he's just going to make it hit the wall a bit shorter. But you're almost committed to play it,
Serve
aren't
there
you?
from Derek. Now, Malcolm, you've got to do more than that.
Love 30.
Got to do more than that.
He's just standing a little bit close into the main wall there. Cramped himself up. Yeah,
Yes,
Julie's
he's
got it
panicking
worked out
here.
now.
Malcolm is
15,
doesn't
30.
know how to handle that corner.
That's
That
better
is-
mark up,
Yes,
Malcolm.
but he's unfortunately hit it right up in the air.
Hazard.
Another hazard.
But right position, he's moved
Better
right up
than
to the last gallery line.
Yeah, it just doesn't-
Knowing that Julian was going to be forced to prop it up, he couldn't put the weight behind the ball like he usually
Oh,
does.
it's a good strategy. But you
Yeah.
have to be able to execute, and you should be rifling that at the grill rather than
Yeah, flatter racket. Yep.
floating it onto the penthouse. Unfortunately, won't get the job done.
Like the thinking though. A little bit of execution help when he'll be right on the money, popping it down to
15,
Penny because Julian
30.
struggled to get back there with that if he's
Hazard,
coming
chase
up
a
and
yard.
take it early.
Hazard.
Oh, it's tight. It is
40,
tight.
15.
Very good
Hazard,
shot
chase,
there
better
from
than
Wells.
2. Hazard.
Yeah,
Put the pressure on, and Snow put one into the net, which happens every now and again. He's done it again. Oh, Penny makes. Oh, it's out of court.
that's
Game.
it.
The Brigands.
7 games to 6.
Brigands have taken the lead in this first rubber. 7 games to 6.
That's the big play there.
30.
That was a huge play. That's the best play they've had in this match so far to win 2 hazard chases. Oh, Malcolm, now I think the
15-30.
adrenaline might be up.
I'd love to see him start to play a couple more balls back into those galleries. Well, that's pretty handy. That's very handy. Straight into the dead-ons.
I think they need to get Wells into this match. Oh, he's nice get there, but going to have to do it again. Oh, he's done it again. Bounce in, no.
Oh, what a great...
As you can hear the crowd here going off. Just took the net cord. Thankfully for the Snow Lumley team, it went over, but for a hazard chase, not a stroke.
That means that Lumley and Snow will be going up to the receiver's end. They
That's
don't
right.
want to be there.
The Brigands now have the serve. If ever they're going to take this match, now is their opportunity.
Well, that was a terrific point. Great work.
The Brigands, they've come from nowhere.
0-15-30.
Well, the crowd's getting pretty excited here. We've got a great gallery. We've got people up in the top gallery. We've got the side galleries full, the dead-ons, and plenty of people in the main club bar.
Well, deep serve there from Thorpe. Oh, and a slash from Wells.
Love 30.
Well played, Penny.
Love 30. Another deep serve. Oh, and a slash from Wells. It's just getting...
Hazard. Better than the yard.
Julian very happy to take his hazard then.
Yes, that's a big turnaround there. The complainers will now retake the serve before this game finishes.
And love 30, they're in a... It's not all over yet.
Not at all. Not at all. I think the complainers would fancy their chances from this spot.
Oh, they're at 15-13.
15-30.
Brigands really need to take this point to have a few chances from the other end.
This is exciting handicap tennis, isn't it?
Certainly is. Oh, Malcolm.
Lovely shot by Penny, putting it onto Malcolm's backhand.
Did, played the percentages. Oh. And Malcolm, oh, he's got this one, but now Julian will punch him. Yep.
Chase 1 and 2.
1 yard, 1 and 2. And now the complainers have the momentum coming to this end. They should take this game, and then they'll find themselves serving for during the final match, the final game of this first stanza. But they haven't got there yet.
15-30.
15-30 with the serve with two good chases.
Bit of spring in Julian's step now. This is the business end, a big sigh.
It's the business end. If there's one thing, even though the Brigands are probably going to go down in this particular game here and it'll go to 7-all, that will mean Derek Wells gets to return in the final game. And he did very well. And he's clearly, at least in this match, he's been the superior
hazard
player.
chase better than a yard.
So the hazard chase better than a yard to be played first.
Hazard better than a yard.
They really need to find the galleries here, take the ball out of play.
Well, that's right. If they could, you know,
here we go.
Get one of these, then that's gone the wrong spot, Malcolm. Yes, Malcolm hasn't quite got the hand on what he's meant to be doing here. He's going straight.
Chase 1 and 2.
Each time,
1 and 2.
That's not the way to do it. Now he has no choice. He had to go at the dead on, which is fair enough. Chase 1 and 2. And it's 7-all.
A few inches below, so here we go.
This match stands at 7 games all, final game.
Snow to serve, Wells to receive, 7-all. Oh, Derek middled it, but alas, straight into the net.
15-30.
And this is why Julian, as a lowest handicap player, would always serve first, isn't it? So when they come to the 7-all match,
you want your a piece of good fortune there for the Snow Lumley team.
Love 30.
It was headed for a hazard chase, but it just took the ledge and bounced back into play. Oh, Derek made a mistake. It was an excellent serve there from Snow, dropping short and biting down.
15-30.
Derek.
Okay, we need any chase.
He needs a chase, and he knows it. There's a deep serve. Oh, but he paddled it. Oh, yes, you have seen it.
15.
We all saw it. Snow hit, debatably, the easiest ball he's had in this match into the front base of the net.
The tightening of the Snow sphincter. What do you think?
I think it was a sphincter shot.
30-40.
It's 30-40. Oh, that was a desperate. Has he done it? No.
Oh!
1 inch from the main wall dead on, but it didn't go in, and Snow puts it away. It's now game
40 all
point,
advantage
40
all.
all, 7 all in a match that goes first to 8. It's over, but it's not a good. Oh, this could be. This could. Oh, it's going to go in. I think there's pain all round. It's still going. This is up on the penthouse again. This should be over.
Oh, what a thrilling point, Owen.
And there you had the point of the match. The point of the match. Snow and Lumley have taken it 8 games to 7. They came from behind. Derek Wells, I think, in my mind at least, player of the match, couldn't quite pull it off.
Wow. I think we'll pass over to Clive to put that one on replay. That was a brilliant point. The crowd was just
We will
enthralled.
see Derek and Malcolm play individually again later in this final, but coming up next will be Sebastian Cork playing alongside Rachel Heslop for the Brigands against James Gould and Penny Lumley. Penny will be staying on court. Stay tuned for the second match of the 2016 Boomerang Cup.
Okay, the complainers lead 1 rubber to 0. In this rubber, the complainers owe 15 and the Brigands receive 30. 1 serve, Bantamba chases 3 and 4, etc. James to serve, Seb to receive. Good luck. Love 30. Hazard, the first gallery. Change, please. Every shot that's played has to be 3 and 4 at least. Hazard, the first gallery and chase 3 and 4. Same time. 30 love. Right. 15-30. No, fell better than 4, James. 40-15. Thirty 40.
I saw James there.
Not yet.
Yes.
Advantage all.
So they're playing.
Game.
So they're playing Rachel Heslock. And is this Sebastian Cork?
James and Penny, complainers.
They're playing for
Better
the complainers.
than 3, no strokes.
Penny and James, complainers.
Not up.
Oh, sorry, Penny and James.
40-15, better than
Yep.
3.
What's the other team called?
Brigands.
Brigands.
Bit of a break. Julian, they lost a point. That was 40-15, better than 3.
You ready, Clive?
Chase off, fell better than 3. 40-15.
Who did Snow just play with? Snow and Snow. Penny Lumley, yeah.
Love 40. $15.40. $30.40. Game.
One all.
One game all.
One game all.
Okay, we're joining you here in the second rubber
30.
Boomerang Cup 2016. I've got an commentary box with me, Philip Barker. Welcome, Philip.
Thank you, Fred. Thanks again for inviting me. Well, what fun we've had. What a superb rubber that last one was. Between Penny Lumley, Julian Snow and Derek Wells and Malcolm Thorpe. Just superb, very high standard.
That last point was an absolute beauty.
Yep.
Going right down to the wire. Anyway, James is under pressure here. He's love 40. That's
3 and 4. 40
great
low.
shot. That is a great shot
Yeah.
into the dead-ons there. So
Good strategic shot from Rachel.
Yeah, Rachel's just played a beauty there, but she really needs to play that shot a lot to put Penny under pressure at the nets. Penny's not even going to go anywhere near touching that one, not at 40 love, that's for sure. So they're up the receivers, they're up the service end now. Rachel and Sebastian, they've been teaming pretty nicely in the tournament so far.
40 love servers.
Great to
Chase
see them
3 and
improving.
4.
So every chase is chase 3 and 4 or better. Oh, she could have left that.
She could have left it. It's easy to say from here, isn't it, Fred?
Yeah, Sebastian just letting her know.
50 ball up.
He's got to be helping his partner there in handicap doubles. A lot of talking always goes a long way. Sebastian should have been saying, just let that go. So they've just dropped they could have been another game up there. Currently 1 all.
2 and 3.
And chase 2 and 3.
40, 2 and 3.
Yeah, some decent cut from
30-40.
James.
Of course, one chase only required. Game points. So James, pretty cool. Think he got out of jail on that last point.
Yes. So we have playing for the Brigands, the previous match, Derek Wells, Malcolm Thorpe, and now Rachel Heslop, who hails from Lords and Queens, I understand, background lawn tennis, and Sebastian Cork, 23-year-old from Newmarket, and pretty new to the game apparently, Fred.
15, 40.
He's coming along pretty well. He
Chase
is
2 and 3.
He's a lower handicapper out of the two. What's he playing off, Philip? 48.
I'm not sure, Fred. I can't keep up, but some people are clearly playing well below the handicaps.
Yep, Sebastian's playing off 49, 49.8 his handicap, so just near 50,
30,
and
40.
Rachel is playing off 56. So on handicap, Sebastian's the better player and will probably take a bit more ball, but it looks like they're sharing it fairly evenly. Oh, tough bounce for Penny. Oh, Rachel teeing off on that one, not quite making the net.
Advantage all.
Advantage all. The bobble by James drops back to defend.
Oh,
That's nasty, and James got an absolute shocker rolling down the wall and just dribbles it along the floor.
2 games to 1. Receivers lead 2-1.
2-1 Brigands. They'll be pretty happy with that. A couple of these funny points going either way. That can be all it takes.
exactly.
Oh, she got onto
30.
that well, but just hits the tape cord. Ball back, James.
An opportunity for James now, capitalise. And
He'll take
lucky. Bit of a lucky shot.
He'll take
15,
that, James.
30.
Bit of a wry smile. Not the nicest thing to do to your partner, but that's a risk when you're crouching down in
40,
front of
50.
the net there, isn't it? At least James did not put some pace on that ball. Oh, great defence by James Gould.
Oh, putting pressure on already.
Yeah, nice play by Rachel. Did a nice
30,
job
40.
attacking the dead on that.
Awkward length.
That is a
for James.
great shot too.
Good retrieve, yep.
Yeah,
Advantage all.
Sebastian just caught in an awkward position up against the wall. Managed to dig one back, but couldn't handle the second shot of James.
Time, please.
Yes, we've seen a lot of that boast from service end, haven't we? Been a very effective shot from Julian Snow, obviously when they have to avoid the timber.
That's right. Just talk through the handicap in this match, Philip. Bit of an overhit by Penny.
Please.
Which one?
Sorry, what was the hazard, please, Ray? 2.
Okay.
So just changing ends here. So Philip, what's the handicap that they're playing in this match?
So Penny and James 0-15, and it's
Hazard 2.
first serve only, ban tambour, and chase 3 and 4. And Rachel and
15,
Sebastian
30.
receive 30. So pretty stiff handicap, as you'd expect.
Hazard 2.
And James been an A-grade player at the Royal Melbourne Tennis Club for about 4 years now, and got his handicap down in doubles to around about 11.
Won it.
So he's a very useful player. Don't need to say much about his partner, but that's been said
Love 30.
before. Lovely length.
Lost it.
Cut
for
shots from
4 and
James
5.
usually, off the service. Very reliable.
Unfortunately,
40 love.
James just let that one fall short. It landed about 4 yards, but the chase is better than 3 and 4 every chase.
It's useful.
It's over the net.
And a hazard half a yard worth.
But I think James will be pretty happy to be coming up here to the service end. There's a lot of pressure having to play every ball better than 3 and 4. So
It's useful. Has a chase for the servers, I meant to say. Gets it back to the serving end.
Philip, just to put this in perspective, there's
Hazard half a
8
yard
games.
worse than 2.
8 games
40 love. Receivers.
to be won in a boomerang rubber
Yes.
in a set, first to 8. And putting it in perspective, that's a great serve by James. Great length, beautiful bobble.
15-40.
And so, put it in perspective, they only have to win, Sebastian only has to win 16 points to win the match.
That's a very interesting statistic, isn't it, Fred? Did they know that before they started?
Oh, I think we all know that. But to win them, what's he going to call there? It's called
3
a strike.
games to 2.
Thank you, James. Right on the money there. 3 games to 2 now to the Brigands. So just to put that does make you
3-2.
think that James and Penny, they just have to work their way back from that stiff handicap. They've got to avoid the timber like that by doing main wall boats.
Yeah.
And you'll see them always hitting
Love
into
30.
the section of the court where Rachel's standing at the moment, into the receiver's court. That's a nice on target for the dead on.
40 love.
And
Well, as we know, Fred, keeping on full status to a minimum is always the case, but particularly in this sort of situation with first to 8 games, crucial they take every opportunity and don't fluff
15-40.
a relatively easy ball.
good running by James. Sebastian, unfortunately, one across the
30,
body.
40.
Hard shot to play. Hard
Yes,
shot
it is.
to play.
Angled.
So good play by James, avoiding the timber, getting it coming across the opponent's body. Could be a nasty
Opportunity for
bounce.
James now. Down the middle.
Oh, good patience.
Advantage all.
That would have been interesting if it had just popped over the net, forcing Penny to play close to the net. She wouldn't want to let it drop either. Be forced to play.
And another high ball.
Yes, well played, James. That was a really difficult bounce off the penthouse, just in front of the glass here from where we're
3
commentating.
games all.
Dropping to about better than 1 yard. James flicked it back, avoiding Tambo and making Sebastian play.
There's a few on the penthouse here now.
Yes, you have to take those early.
Love 30.
Otherwise, they're just going to shoot past you like that.
Yes.
Picking up that main wall spin and then the back wall.
15-30.
The lower handicap player, Sebastian, of the pairing up there, needs to start putting a few more balls across his body into Penny.
A good defence from James, going to the high again. Just hitting, quite adjusted his... that's better, a little bit better. Still on the penthouse.
This be dangerous. Tough shot for James, handles it well. Oh, well played, everyone.
Good rest.
Well, Penny Lumley being brought into the action there, Philip.
Unusual
What was the
error
hazard,
from Penny.
guys? 2.
Well,
Hazard
unfortunately, she doesn't get to play a lot of balls up there, so...
No, it must be very difficult to be playing up all the time at the galleries for Penny Lumley. She's done extremely well throughout the competition, and
it's quite easy to get a little cold up there.
exactly, particularly playing with Julian Snow.
So good play by
Hazard 2 yards.
by the Brigands then to bring Penny into the play. They almost forced a racket error, but they effectively did, because they're now at the service end for the hazard. James might be able to let that one go. Not taking the risk. Not taking the risk.
40-15. Fell worse than 3. 30 all, sorry. 30 all.
Okay, 30 all. Paul Tabley marking this match. Again, one of our terrific pros down here. James just
40-30.
Yeah, that's very unusual. It wasn't a difficult ball either, was it? It was just...
No, that was a bit of a brain fade then. That's a good serve too.
Normally likes to play off the back wall, James, rather than volley off the serve.
Oh, putting Penny under pressure. Well handled, Penny. That's in.
Very good shot from Rachel. It's always going to be difficult for Penny.
Yeah,
4
she
games to 3.
4-3 Brigands. Great play, Rachel.
Very good length.
Penny getting her own back now, just saying, well, we better get down there. They've laid a chase.
Better than a yard.
Better than the yard. Beautiful shot, Penny Lumley.
That's the thing in this sort of competition, isn't it, Fred? Just get the ball back, force your opponent to play another ball.
Yeah, I wonder whether Sebastian could have left that one coming off the back wall. That certainly would have gone further out than probably even 5 yards, and let alone 3 and 4. But sometimes you get suckered into the moment, don't you, Philip? Very easy, and it could well have gone in the dead on. Hard to tell from here.
That's a good length.
Yes, well played,
Force
Penny.
the error.
15-30.
Right, good.
Oh.
There's been some very interesting quality serving from some of the amateurs during this tournament. Really effective, making the most of their skills.
2 and 3. 2 chasers.
And
well, we saw some excellent serving by the Brigands in the last game.
Yes,
Julian was commenting during the switch of sets in the change room, just complimenting the Brigands about their serving. It was terrific. Malcolm in particular, that was serving to Julian, just put down some beautiful, just soft serves.
Yeah, very clever, very good strategy.
Forcing, and Julian said, I didn't like those at all. I just couldn't afford to let them go. They're heading towards the nick or low on the back wall. He said, no, I just had to take
15-30,
them early, had to take the
receivers
volley, and
better
I
than
just
1
don't
yard.
like volleying.
That's right.
So, but he had to. So good pressure.
Very good indeed.
30 all, 2 and 3.
Some very astute tennis from a lot of these players now, particularly those who are in the quarter
Well,
semi-finals.
better than 3.
They deserve their place. You can see why they got there. It's good teamwork, strategy, making the most of their skills. Had to defend, and again a bit high that time perhaps.
That's a good shot. Well back by James.
Yes, that's a lovely ball.
Good pace. Didn't overhit it. Had to miss a timber.
4 games
Nowhere for Sebastian to go on that shot.
Yeah, well played, James Gould. And the Brigands did well. They made James play a lot of balls, defending out of the dead-ons, just like that. That shot just went a bit high.
Love 30.
And Rachel favouring the double-handed backhand, which is a tennis player, of course.
Yes, you can sort of tell, can't you, the tennis players? Big swing,
15,
but good eye. And that was an awkward ball for James Gould. Yeah, the cut got him the point. Well played.
Good tennis. Great
It
play
is
by
good
Sebastian.
tennis. Yeah.
He did really well then, Sebastian. Played some good balls back. I like the way he took one early instead of letting it come off the back wall, just to put James under pressure.
Yes.
Coming back a little faster.
Well, they're getting a lot of balls back, Fred, which puts pressure on the
Ball back.
lower handicap players. James is busy, isn't he?
That's a nasty bounce, Philip, and James did really well to get that back.
Yeah. 40-30.
James wanting to finish that one. Good play again by the Brigands, but couldn't quite penetrate James' defence. Yes, well played. A short shot like that,
short
very
ball,
effective. Yeah,
very
really
effective.
It's difficult to play too. He was forced into playing that and did well to get it back over the net. But hey, it's brought up a change of ends, which is exactly what they need.
Exactly what they need, and they've always got the chase 3 and 4 to defend.
So looking for a really
So tell
nice
me,
tight
Fred,
serve.
you got the dinner this evening at the MCG, the famous Melbourne Cricket Ground.
Lead 40-30.
What are the numbers for that?
Better than
Gee,
2.
we're getting up to, I think it's almost about 250.
250,
yeah.
No, out of court.
Yes, that was a big
5
lead
games
there.
to 4.
That's a costly error. You've got to be in the moment to realise if this ball is going to be going long off the back wall, leave it. And again, Sebastian should be calling on those as a partner.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Better than half a yard.
Best tennis I've ever played has been from the viewing galleries.
Absolutely. Yeah. A lot easier up here, Philip.
Love 30.
But just how costly that would be. That's a game opportunity slipping by.
Well, there's only one game difference in the first rubber. And as we all know in this tournament, it comes down, every game is important.
There we go, here's a point.
And a hazard, better than half a yard.
40-15, they just need that little error, but unfortunately they've given away the serve. So James and Penny will be pretty happy coming up here. It's very hard to play chase 3 and 4 every shot from the receiver's end, which they have to do for this rubber.
Yeah, they don't want to be down that end ever.
Okay, better than half a yard hazard, 40-50.
Oh, force the arrow. Well done, Rachel.
Game's
A bit of a
5 all.
tentative volley from James.
Yes, what's the
Perhaps
pressure
it
point?
might have felt it was going. Didn't think it was going in, did he?
No, he just actually he likes to volley, James, if it's there to volley. Well back, he used the shovel to dig that one out. Yeah, nice put away, James. Comfortably missing the turn.
Love 30.
That's a good ball. And a good retrieve. Very good retrieving, isn't it?
What a great rest. Look, James going, wow, this is keeps on coming back. Oh, out of court there. Rachel collects one of the lights and
Which
puts
are
it
amongst the highest in the world, aren't they?
well, it's
Plenty of roof space here.
not high enough for me sometimes, Philip, I'm afraid. Yeah, well done, James.
30 all.
Sebastian's been on target for the Deadlands quite often here, so forcing James to volley,
Yep.
he's defending beautifully. Oh,
40-30.
great serve. It's great serve.
Perfect serve.
All right, they need a chase.
Simple, good length bobble.
Game.
Sensible play by James Gould. Picks up
6
another game
games
from the
to
service
5.
end. 6-5. That's it. Bring Penny into the game.
And it might have been a hazard.
Stroke.
I suspect.
Love 30. Thank you.
Looked like that was
Inches
pretty
in it.
close.
Very
Pretty close.
clear.
Close to the
Small
line
margin.
there, Philip. Oh, she got onto that well, but picks up the tape cord
15-30.
on the net. So she's giving it a red hot go, Rachel. That's the place to hit it. Unfortunately, not on the penthouse, but down that side.
That's the
30
penny
all.
shot, isn't it? Every time.
Yeah, but if she managed to keep that just a little bit lower, it's going to shoot out
Yes.
and right in behind Penny. Penny won't be able to play. It'll be scrambling to get out of the way. James will really have to run hard. It's more than likely to be a chase.
No,
So they've got to keep on going down there. Great play by Penny.
nice play from Penny. Perfect length. Volley.
40-30.
Penny's bobbing up when she needs to.
So 40-30. Where are we up on the? Is this for equal square?
No,
One up.
they're one up already. And 2 up
Game.
now.
7 games to 5.
Right.
So 7-5 to the Complainers, looking to go to a 2 rubbers to love lead in a best of 4. Oh, that's a bit of a fortunate bounce there
40-15.
off the penthouse, dropping down very tight. James Shovel couldn't quite launch it over the net.
That's a very valuable point for the Brigands.
Yes,
Put
very
some
handy.
extra pressure on.
I think they'd love to get a chase in here, though.
They'll try and avoid putting them on the penthouse like that. There
Love 40.
gives James too much of an opportunity to kill the ball.
All right, love 40.
Such a fun tournament. So enjoyable
Well, these
as a spectator as well as a participant.
These two teams have had to battle through 29 others, 30 in the tournament. That's a lovely shot by James. Very close to the net, a bit of a sigh of relief there.
15-40.
Can they manufacture a chase here somewhere, the Brigands?
Good retrieval from
This is a good spot to hit it.
Yeah. Sticking in there. Just gets his racket to the
That's
ball.
a good spot to hit it. Here we go. Oh, bad luck. Bad luck. Well played, James Gould. Had to do a lot of running, tight balls. 30-40. They're just Brigands stuck down to the receiver's end. They really need to get up here serving.
Advantage all.
Advantage all.
I've got a feeling
James
this is going to go
serving.
down to the wire, Fred. What do you think?
James serving for the match here.
Oh. So it's not going to go down to the wire, is it?
Not if James has anything to do with it.
Game and a match.
That's the match.
So there you go. Well played. Very well played.
Well, that's the set. Match isn't over yet.
2
8
rubbers.
games to 5.
So 8 games to 5.
Complainers
So
lead,
there are
2 rubbers
4
to nil.
games deficit, right?
Yes.
4 games to make up. Well,
It's still possible, but the
Still
pressure's
possible.
right on the Brigands now. I think Captain Julian Snow will be very happy with the position that they're sitting in. 2 sets to love up, 2 more to play.
well
So-
if Snow does win, I'm looking forward to sharing, as you no doubt will, a bottle of Krug, which he's probably going to open to celebrate.
Well, I think it'll be putting it out there, Philip, that Julian should be shouting the bar, don't you
We
think?
should sound the bar. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, on that note, we'll sign off from this set, and we'll join you in a little while for the second set. And I'll just tell you who's coming up on that one. That'll be just coming up another 5 minutes' time. We've got Julian Snow and Tara Lumley, who will be playing Malcolm Thorpe and Sebastian Cork. So Sebastian to stay on, and a new set of players to come on in Julian and Tara for the Complainers. So over and out for this set.
Third rubber. The complainers lead 2 rubbers to 0. This set, the complainers owe 30. The Brigands receive 30. 1 serve ban tambour, chases 3 and 4. Owe 30, 30. Julian to serve. Malcolm to receive. Good luck.
We're back for the third rubber. Julian and Tara Lumley. Julian Snow, Tara Lumley. And we're underway.
15:30.
Okay, versus Malcolm and Sebastian. So Sebastian nice and warmed up. Let's see how quickly Malcolm can get warmed up for the moment.
As you saw, Fred, Malcolm Thorpe put a lot of pressure on Julian with his not only good retrievals, but some good tackle shots. Down the middle.
Well,
Malcolm's covering.
Great ball back here already. So
Good anticipation, hasn't it?
Great first
Up 30.
First start to the game here by Malcolm, getting some really good ball back then. Fortunately, mucked up the last shot to end that point. But he'd want to get some good stroke play in early. He's got a tough combatant here in Julian. He's going to get back everything.
All.
All right, 30 all. Malcolm needs to be aiming for those galleries.
Good length.
That's a nice length shot, isn't it?
Yeah.
40-30, receivers lead.
For Sierra.
The Forciera made it just short of the net post. So Julian just loses that point. Nice ball by Malcolm then. That's a good spot to hit it. He missed the gallery.
He read it though.
Nice ball by Julian.
Malcolm read it.
Advantage
Just
all.
too good.
Advantage all.
I like his attempt on the galleries though. That's where they really need to go there time and time again. They've got to get up here serving, otherwise Julian will just take full advantage.
Well, take advantage, yes, as you say. Take advantage of the fact that they've got to play. Is it 2 and 3 this time?
Well, that's a good shot by Tara.
2 and 3 or 3 and 4?
Nice game.
Might be 2 and 3.
First game.
3 and 4.
3 and 4.
So the restrictions here are ban the tambour,
15-30.
one serve, And every chase 3 and 4. Great shot by Julian, a lot of heavy cut on that
Won
ball.
him so many points,
Love
hasn't it, Fred?
30.
That shot cross court under the winning gallery.
That's caught.
15-30.
15-30. Servers are trying to bridge that handicap gap. It's a lovely shot by Julian.
30 all. You happy with that ball? Ball up, please.
Fred, it must be very hard for anyone playing with Julian to concentrate because
30 all.
we are required to remain at second gallery of the door the whole time. You might receive one shot in 5, 6, 7.
40,
To maintain
30.
concentration is not easy, I would imagine.
It is difficult. As we saw, Penny has done it well, but they've had good training under Julian's tutelage. Well run, Sebastian. He's covering that winning gallery, knowing Julian's going to be hitting it there. Good play.
Usual error by Malcolm.
Yeah, but good play otherwise. Trying to work the way into the game, but another, unfortunately, stuck down that receiver's end. Another game goes by.
Stock in trade shot.
Oh, 15-30.
Unlike James Gould, you saw the match before, James will do a lot of main wall boasting, but Julian's preference is to just go directly down into the receiver's corner.
Yes.
Love 30.
Direct, not using the boast as much.
Yes. Does seem to prefer that.
Just means he can control that length, have it coming
15,
underneath the
30.
winning gallery and dying in the corner. Malcolm telling himself just to slow it down, calm down. That's a great serve, isn't it?
It is, isn't it?
30 all.
They've been serving that same serve, I think, pretty much since he was 16.
That's right.
No, seriously, I don't. It's not exactly the most experimental server in the game.
40-30.
Puts it into play with lots of cut, but because he's got such a brilliant defensive game and retrieving game, it seemed to matter that whether or not he wins a point on the serve. Pace beat Sebastian.
Yeah, it's too
Three games
tempting
to
hit
love.
that one. Who knows, that was hit with a bit of force there by Julian. That may well have run out to a hazard.
What I've seen throughout this competition, Fred, is people can hit the ball really hard, but generally they haven't. They've tried to choose a well-selected shot
Oh, 15,
instead of
30.
just bashing the ball, and I think that's not only better at tennis, but also in terms of consideration for a mixed tournament and without patronising the ladies. It's appropriate not to just hammer the ball really hard
It's
in
been,
hope of winning a point.
it has been good to see. There's been some good controlled hitting, and sometimes when the ball's there to be put away, most players are doing the right thing and having a red hot crack at it. It's fun tennis as well. Oh, looks like out of court for that one.
15-30.
Malcolm needs to get back into his groove that he found in that first set.
Absolutely, he played superbly in the first rubber earlier, first rubber, particularly well.
They've just got to be thinking about chasers and getting Tara to play some ball here.
They're not playing to Tara, are they?
No,
Oh, we are. There we go.
that's good. Out of court again.
You out of court 30 all.
Yeah, Tara serving very nicely here. Very controlled. Good safe serves.
Tara's had a enjoyable time at the club, hasn't she? Runner-up.
40-30.
Ladies doubles, Australian Open.
That's right. Playing with the mother, Penny. Bad luck, good idea by Sebastian.
To love.
Couldn't quite pull it off. 4-love. Are we going to see a switch? They're able to switch if they like. I think, there you go. Malcolm's deciding whether he switches or not. That's interesting. See whether this makes any difference. So we've got Sebastian, who is at, say, 49.8 handicap. Malcolm 46.2, so the lower handicap's going to be playing Julian, receiving Julian serve and serving to
3
him.
and 4.
So that's,
30.
I think that's the first gallery that we've seen to pull up a chase.
I think it is.
Chase gallery.
They haven't played Chigaras. Also, perhaps because the serves have been pretty inhibiting, Fred. It's, you want to get a gallery, but it's how the ball comes off the back wall and how much opportunity you have to get a play on it. And with all the cut on Julian's serve, for example, it's quite
30-30.
Yeah, doing well just to get it back.
Yes.
3 and 4.
All right, this is where they need to be. 30-0-30, a real opportunity. They need to go 1-4 here.
50,
Well, if they
30.
don't, yes, they've got to get a wriggle on here. Otherwise, it's going to be a fairly conclusive result, isn't it, in terms of games ahead?
Sebastian, Malcolm having a bit of a conversation, working out what the strategy on this point is. Oh, gee, could that have been a leave? I think that would have been a leave.
Yes, lots of cut on that.
Of 30.
Need a bit more talking going on court here between the Brigands.
2, love 30.
Yeah, Snow's in a groove, and his return just becomes, I think, psychologically intimidating, doesn't it? Because it's so consistent, same length.
Worsening up.
Now Malcolm tries a different strategy. He's coming up to the ball, trying to pick it up early, and what's happening is it's going behind him.
Good idea, though, to vary where you stand against Julian.
Yes, it is. Yeah, try anything, Fred.
Not that it really makes that much difference to how Julian plays his shot, but it will make him actually think and try and adjust.
Well, a few more lessons, Malcolm will be able to come forward to a shot like that and hammer it into the base of the tent, which is really what he's got in mind, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Better than 2.
How many boomerangs has Snow participated in? Do you know roughly?
Quite a few of them since he's been living out here in Australia.
Certainly since then, and perhaps even before. And
it's great to see a player of his calibre
yes,
playing handicap doubles with the likes of us, Philip.
he loves it. Absolutely loves it. Just the challenge.
It's a mental challenge for Julian, and it's certainly a privilege for us to be forced to play at our absolute best, because anything short is not going to win us. Good play by Tara.
Tara's
doing her
exactly
job.
what's required.
5 games to
She
love.
missed anything.
All right, now let's see whether Malcolm can get up to this end again. That's a good serve, isn't it? Oh, that's a good pick up by Julian.
15,
Off the
30.
dando, reads it, picks it up, plays almost unplayable return under the winning gallery. Nice shot. Trying to overhit it a little bit, aren't they?
Love 30.
Great play by Tara. Looking very relaxed up there, isn't she?
15,
Given the
30.
circumstances of playing with Julian, it's no mean feat to just stand up there and just be very relaxed on the ball, not trying to overhit it.
It's not. See, Julian's in a groove. They don't quite know
30
what
all.
to do. The Brigands.
Forty, 30.
A little bit of confusion up there, Brigands. Drawing the error.
I think Malcolm's lost a little bit of his concentration and focus. He played very few unforced errors in the last game against Julian in the first rubber. So there's Julian covering. Good length.
Tara having a bit of a laugh there.
6 games to love.
Hitting the net post and the bando and everything else bar the ball, but the result was Julian standing behind and happy to sweep it back for a winner.
So on the ball, isn't he?
Oh, absolutely.
Come on, Brigands.
Unforced error from Snow.
3.
Well,
Gives them the serve. That's what they
well,
obviously need to have.
they need about a dozen more of those, I think, Philip.
They do. Down the middle or something. You can't beat Snow on the floor, can you? You've got to have some good luck and some dash out a bit, but keep it low. Don't put it on the penthouse.
Well, if the Brigands are going to have any chance in this, they must get up and win this. Games is not
30
going
on
to matter at
30.
this stage. They need this.
Worse than 3.
Well, at the very least, they've got to take this at 8-7, haven't they?
Well, they're 2 sets down, so they have to win both. They have to win this.
And
yeah.
take the other one. Yeah.
Better than 2.
Oh,
15,
what
30.
happens if there's a draw? Do they play one game or another
It's 3 games.
3 games?
Struck that well, Sebastian, but didn't make the net.
Up 30.
Hits the net cord.
1 and 2. Up 30.
Beautiful.
Well, you
leg.
can't say you're not. Malcolm can't say he doesn't know what Julian's going to do, can he?
Oh!
That
Absolutely.
formula, floor, wall, good length. The other side this time.
15, 30.
It's good. It was a good serve by Sebastian.
Well played. Well played. Awkward.
Unfortunately,
30
Sebastian
all.
played that straight back to Julian.
Yeah.
And Julian able to just put a bit more on it, forcing the error from Sebastian.
It's hard enough to get the ball back as it is, never mind find direction, Fred, against
You're quite right.
against these two players. Oh. So he
Well-
has
well
come up
done.
and he's handled 2 balls very well.
Forcing Julian to go
played.
to Sebastian.
Good rest.
Right,
Lost the serve.
1 and 2.
Again, Julian will be happy to be coming up this end.
Half a go.
Sick of those chase restrictions. Better than 3 and 4.
You're probably here, Fred, in '98, watching Snow
30 all.
in the
1
World
and
Challenge
2.
against Faye
Yes.
on this court, on this
1 and 2.
limb
And
court.
certainly when Julian was at his peak,
Chase.
and he's a
40,
terrific
30.
competitor.
Hazard. Half a yard worse than 2.
But I do love to see him playing these handicap events. He's also played in the doubles and did very well. Semi-finals for the for the Australian
7
Open
games to love.
Doubles Championship.
Yes.
They've just rattled off another game, 7 love. Well, this would be a comeback from the sky if they're to do this. The Brigands.
0-15-30.
Clearly Snow's in no trouble. Lovely shot. That's a useful shot.
Well, let's see whether they can fire up Malcolm.
40-50.
When Julian's is in a little bit of trouble or he wants to regain concentration, you know that business of putting out the pink handkerchief and ruffling the hair.
Absolutely. Can they get a bounce in the right areas? Yeah, little
Perfect length.
Oh, great length break.
How does he do that every time?
Love
40.
Yes, just fine. A few inches over the service line, picking up the point. Super serve by
Perfect
Tara.
serve.
15-40.
Tara's kept with that same serve throughout, I think pretty much throughout this tournament.
Bad luck. That was a really good play by Malcolm then, coming up in front of the winning gallery, and Julian wasn't expecting that. The ball was played quite nicely back.
Advantage all.
So this is set point and championship point.
Yeah. That's it.
And that is the championship.
Yeah, that went surprisingly quickly.
We have the winners for the Boomerang Cup
Game, the rubber, and the Boomerang Cup to the complainers. 3 rubbers to 0.
To the complainers.
Well done,
Nothing to
complainers.
complain about,
Pleasure,
are they?
Julian.
Well, thank goodness for that. You know, they won't have anything to complain about, I hope, Philip. It's been a great tournament for them.
Well, everyone's had such fun, and a number of people saying they're playing some of the better players against Penny Lumley, Tara, Julian Snow, and if they manage to be part of a winning rubber, how they'll always remember that. Beating past ladies world champion, people with scratch handicaps, it'll always be fondly remembered.
Well, Philip, this is the 13th Boomerang.
Hey, it's good.
The
Starting
first
with
one was
Manchester,
in 1994.
Yeah.
Was the first Boomerang, and well done to the likes of Tony Pullman and co. in order to get this event up and running. You're right, the Manchester Fraternity Club were down, we're playing together, and they thought that was such a good idea in 1994 that they extended. They played the year after, and the rest is history. They've run it every 2 years since then. So it's our 13th, and during that particular time, we've had 7 RMTC sides win, and we've had 5 others. The complainers, a bit of a mixture here. We've got a predominantly UK team, if you still count Julian in that. We've got the Lumleys, Penny and Tara. We have 2 Aussies in the Goulds, and Julian in between. So it's a nice mixture. It's Julian spent the last almost 10 years here now, I suppose.
He's an Australian citizen after all. He makes his living here,
Yeah,
of sorts, as a barrister.
So well settled in.
Yeah. So we'll give credit to the UK as well, yes?
Absolutely.
Without their talent, I don't think Julian could have pulled it off.
And we're just about to head into the 4th match of the 4th rubber of the match. It's a dead rubber, of course, but I think it's going to be a nice one. We've got Andrew Gould and son James coming out to play for the complainers, and we've also got Derek coming out for his second rubber, which is terrific, and we've got Rachel Heslop coming out for hers as well, so her second match.
Well, of course, no pressure on the Gould combination now, so they can play a nice, free and easy, gentle game, which I'm sure they will. And
Well, we might just have a bit of a break while they have a hit up.
Yes, it's off.
30-40.
Okay, everybody, we're 1-1 in the final rubber of the Boomerang Cup for 2016. It's been a fantastic tournament, and I've got here with me, which is a fantastic thing because it's one of the competitors in Penny Lumley. Welcome, Penny.
Thank you very much, Fred. It's wonderful to be here.
And not only a competitor, but a winner.
Yes.
2016 Boomerang Cup, Penny.
Yeah, I'm absolutely over the moon. It's my first ever boomerang, and the whole atmosphere of the competition has been amazing. Being in a great team with Julian Snow, my daughter Tara, and the Goulds, Andrew and James on court here. We've had to give a lot of handicap points, but it's been a very testing tournament, but absolutely over the moon to have come through and to win it. And this game is looking good. It's going to be close, I think, as most of them have been. So looking forward to watching it.
Well, we've just had James put a couple into the net.
Oh, hit the timbre. Not allowed to hit the timbre.
40-40.
Quickly goes to 40-40. Tell us about that type of handicap deficit. What's that like?
It's very tough because you only need to make one mistake, or there might be a lucky nick from your opponent, and it's such a big mountain to climb. You've got to win so many points, and it just, at the time, it just feels impossible. But if you chip away 1 point at a time, and you just have to really focus and not make any mistakes, and actually believe that you're going to win the point and win the game. That's a lot of effort goes into doing that, though. So you come off feeling pretty mentally drained.
So here we go, James and Andrew, they're 40-40 down and stuck at the receiver's end for the moment. That's a good finish by Andrew.
Yeah. Are there chase restrictions in this game?
Yes,
There are.
there are. What have we got here?
Oh no.
Oh, no chase restrictions. So
Okay.
we've got 040, one serve, ban the tam,
Yeah.
Get in the door.
which is the first time we just saw hit by your team.
Yes.
And I think since I've been watching you, so you've had a pretty good result in that. In that regard, but I suppose a bit of pressure off for James, and you can forgive him for the odd error like that.
Yeah.
Well, quickly back up to the service end where you need to be, of course.
It takes a little bit of the pressure off not having chase restrictions, because you can hit whatever you like down when you're down the hazard end. So it is a great shot from Rachel. Great return to win the game.
3-1.
Yeah, it does, because you can hit more freely from the hazard end. But one serve is always difficult because you just put it into play and gives your opponent the opportunity just to go for it, just to hit it, and hope they might get a nick or a dead on. Or oh no, it's hit another. I must be a bad luck charm here because they've hit 2 while I've been sitting here.
That's uncharacteristic for Andrew. He'll be pretty disappointed with that one. He hasn't had much ball to play. James is taking the backcourt work and Andrew's protecting the galleries.
Yeah. Well, they're going for the Dedon well. The 4-1. So they've sped away last few games.
They can disappear pretty quickly, can't they?
They certainly can.
On 30.
Yeah, certainly can.
Striking ball well now, Rachel.
Yeah. So many players, because the tournament is over such a long period of time and they're playing such a lot of tennis, their handicap improves as the tournament goes on. You can actually, oh, there's a double fault.
Game 5 games to 1.
Trouble in the semi-final, was it, or quarter-final?
It was a it was a quarter-final, beg your pardon, it was a quarter-final yesterday. Yes, Andrew served 2 in a row, which didn't go down well with Captain Snow.
30-30.
But these things happen in the stress of the moment. Your elbow goes a bit and...
What's your preferred serve? Penny, when it comes down to that one serve, you have to go to a favourite that's not going to make an error on the service.
I always do a bobble. I would really like to give it something extra, bit of a
15-30. How's that drive?
This court is very easy to serve faults on because the house is
Second gallery, second gallery, one chase.
I've seen actually
one chase, second gallery, 30-15.
During the Open earlier in January than I have the whole of my career, I reckon. So I must have been seeing 15 double faults between the men's and the ladies. So I don't know why there were so many doubles, but when you're limited to one serve, I mean I just do a bobble to make sure I get it onto the penthouse.
Yes, exactly. And you stand quite close to the inside. James is serving from mid-court here, which is quite a favoured one, particularly for dropping back.
Yeah.
But you of course are playing up the net, so you'll quite often just be serving a few.
49 chase the second gallery.
I was creeping closer and closer to the penthouse. Actually, I started being in the tournament. I started mid-court, and by the end, I'm almost halfway. I think between the centre line and the wall. So I was getting a little bit nervous. So I was edging towards the penthouse to try and limit the chance of a double fault.
40 love, second gallery.
I was saying earlier that the handicaps improve as the tournament goes on, and we were saying how Rachel was playing really well, and so many people have improved, which is great to see, because they're playing so much tennis in a short period of time.
We just saw Derek acknowledge the marker and his opponents, and that's usually done when they first come up to this end. So is that the first time they've actually been up this end?
Maybe it is.
There's a lot of etiquette that goes on the court, isn't there?
Yeah. No, it's I love the etiquette actually when you start the match and you salute with your racket and changing over at the changing ends. It's great, and acknowledging good shots when you tap the court or the wall. That's nice too.
It is, isn't it? Yeah, lots of nice etiquette. So always played in good spirit, and of course a lot of balls can be
40-15, worse than a yard
for the marker.
Yes.
And the players usually will call them if they've slightly touched it or landed a chase and they haven't hit it. They'll help the marker.
30-40.
Yeah. I don't think you'd see some lawn tennis players doing that. Not naming anyone in particular at the moment, but.
And particularly not in such high competition like this.
Absolutely. Oh, look out. Oh, it's a... Ooh,
no,
just
it's landed inside.
Oh, look out. Oh!
Game 6 games to 1.
Both Goulds are going very close to the line then. And unfortunately, Andrew finding that tamper, which has been banned in this. In fact, all of your sets, of course.
Yes.
Well, Penny, I think all other players can only aspire to have the chase restrictions and to be that good to have these restrictions put on the game. Andrew again.
40-30.
Yeah.
40-30, he's just done another double fault. That's 2 and 2 tambers is his.
Yeah. Yeah, chase restrictions is difficult. But yeah, focus is in mind.
As at half a yard, 40-30.
Just got to keep it to a nice length and not get too wild.
And when they put down a good serve, the heartbeat races up a bit, doesn't it? And you try and control it, but I must admit you guys have done really well with that. And also getting your chases pretty quickly so you come up serving.
40-30, hazard chase.
Well,
Hazard half a yard.
the Goulds are going to have to do something pretty good here to get out of jail on this rubber.
Yes.
Nice escape by James.
Yeah, it came off a little awkwardly for Rachel off the penthouse there, but it was in the dado, I think. That one's over.
That's a good shot. Tennis player, of course, Rachel, and you can just see that big double-handed backhand.
Yes.
There it
It's
goes.
a nice shot.
15-40.
She's doing a very relaxed
That's a
serve
very
there.
relaxed serve, isn't it? Andrew
Chase 2.
Andrew
Chase
quite
2,
liking that
40-15.
one. Keep those coming to me all day, I would think he's saying.
Yeah.
Have you seen much of Rachel play?
No, never seen her play before. So it's great to see. She's from Hampton, isn't she?
Yeah, she's.
Yeah.
It's good to see her coming into the game.
40-15 to the receiver.
And how is
Chase
women's
2
tennis
yards.
going?
Oh, very well. Claire's reached the best ever achieved by. Oh no, there's another one. Come on, Andrew. The best standard ever achieved by a woman by a long stretch. The best lady before was off about 10, and Claire's achieved an amazing handicap of I think 2 is her best, which is a fantastic achievement. There's a little bit of a gap then to her sister Sarah. But then there's a strong juniors coming through who are hovering around 30 to 36.
Yes.
So there's a good crop coming through who we're looking forward to them improving and playing in all the competitions with new young blood coming through. So that's going to be really interesting to see that coming through.
And of course, one of those is your daughter, Tara.
Yes, Tara's enjoying it. She's off about 32 at the moment. She hasn't been playing that much because she's travelling around Australia at the moment. But when she comes back in March, hopefully she'll start to play a bit more and bring her handicap down, which will be exciting. But it's just nice to see all these youngsters enjoying it and playing the handicap events and the opens and travelling a bit too. Isabel Candy in particular.
Great shot by James right then, digging out a tough ball and putting it to good length.
Yes.
15-40. Now, can they salvage a game here to keep?
Come on, Gouldies.
Oh, that's a great shot. Well back, James. 30-40.
30-40.
That's a lovely serve, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a great serve, great length.
Advantage all.
Very difficult to scoop that up.
Is he going, hey, Dad, this is how you do it?
Yeah. Here's a chance. Close on the walls, got to get. Did well to
done.
avoid any
Well
time,
done.
but Yep.
Saves to 7.
Well done to the complainers. You've got 2-7.
Well left. I left the hazard to bring up the service end.
Hazard better than a yard. Oh.
Come on, Gouldy. Show us your best serve.
That's a bit better.
Yeah.
Putting a bit more on that.
Oh, good volley.
Good volley.
Yeah.
Ball back, Derek.
And again. Oh, well back.
There we go. There's a chase there.
40.
So, oh gosh, this is a long way back. These are all match points, isn't it?
Yes,
Yeah,
40
match points.
40.
Yeah. No, this is a big ask here.
40 on match points. It's been a bit of fun. Nice smile by Derek.
Hazard 1 yard. 1 yard.
Oh,
So playing a hazard chase here.
yeah. Played.
That's
One
one.
gone. Yep.
Oh, 30, 40.
Keep focusing down the hazard end. Shot.
Last gallery.
He moves well, James, doesn't he? Helps the
does.
court nicely.
Yeah. It's very nice for an old lady like me to have a young buck running around the back,
I
running
bet.
everything down.
I bet. But you've still got to do your job up there. You have to serve well, volley,
Yeah.
know when to leave them.
Yes, true. Yeah, and then return when you're down the hazard end as well.
Yes, of course. And particularly with chase
yeah.
restrictions, you have to be right on your game. Can you get a bit cold up there in terms of, when you're, just not playing that many balls? There it is.
That's it.
That's a great effort
Yeah, very, very
to pick
good.
up a rubber,
Yeah.
final rubber of the best of 4 to get the Brigands
Yes.
on the scoreboard.
Yeah.
Convincing win, Penny,
Well,
by the complainers.
thank you. It's been fantastic fun and just really, really, really pleased, and it's just great to be here.
So, Penny, where does it rank in amongst your World Championship wins and winning the Boomerang Cup?
No, it's right up there, absolutely right up there. To always be giving so much handicap and to be able to pull some wins out of the bag and a tournament win is absolutely fantastic. It's just, just so pleased that we've been able to pull it off, and it's right up there, Fred. Yes.
All right, terrific. Well, you, of course, the complainers were the lowest handicap team and having to give away more handicap than anyone else. So it's a great compliment to all of the players on the team. Just run through your team again, and congratulations, Penny and the complainers.
Thank you. Captain was Julian Snow. There was Andrew and James Gould, father and son, and then myself and my daughter Tara. So well done, team. We're off to celebrate tonight, so looking forward to that.
Some champagne will be popped.
Definitely. Yep, it's in the fridge downstairs.
Terrific, Penny. Well, that's us for the tournament. The 2016 Boomerang Cup has been won by the complainers. A bit of a composite team, UK and Australia in there. We would put out a call for the 2018 Boomerang Cup to be in the RMTC in January 2018. So looking forward to seeing you all then. Get your teams together and come and challenge us for the cup and be a winner like Penny Lumley here with me right now. Cheers, Penny.
Thank you. Thanks, Fred, very much. Been wonderful.
Thank you.